highness.
Alright folks, how's it going? The name's Daffy and welcome to another episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Right, okay, so we are going to be starting Act 2 today. We're going to be finishing off Act 1, I think. I think this is going to be the final part of Act 1. But before we do that, I just want to quickly go over the two characters that we got. See, with the stream in the last episode, I kind of rushed through them. To some degree. So, I think I went over Octavia pretty well. So, let's read her... let's read her thing then. Trusted friend. We saved Octavia and her friends Ragonga from the greedy clutches of the Technic League depths, which was one hell of a fight, I must add. The young lady wizard joined us to show her gratitude and help us bring happiness and freedom to the Stonelands. She's the sister-in-arms I always dreamed of. So, with her, we made her into a summoner, right? So, summoners have the Eidolons, that's what we get the Eidolon for. So, in terms of the abilities that we've got, improved initiative that increases +4 for initiation checks, spell focus conjuration, that comes from the wizard side, so conjuration spells for her, simple weapon efficiency, light armor, the companion. This increases our companion, our Eidolon's levels, so he's going to be right up there. And we have augmented summoning, which is a +4 bonus to strength and constitution for her. Very nice, very nice. In terms of martials, I mean, she's more of a ranger because she's got +2 to range, so we'll keep her as a bow user for most of the time if we can. AC is 12, that's because we're not giving her any equipment, but we will do. And in terms of a class, I mean, because she's a master summoner, we will get different levels of the summon monster ability. Because right now, our clerics, wizards only get the level 2. But to get these by default, that saves us an extra spell slot, which is pretty nice and all. So yeah, so even though she's an exploiter wizard level 2, I might gain a few points just to, I don't know, maybe get some extra spells. But I'll definitely be pumping most of her levels to summoner. In fact, I could, actually, I do feel like respecking her, actually. We do have enough money for it. I might actually respec her and put those extra 2 levels to master summoner, actually. Do you know what? I think I'll do that, actually. Okay, right, okay, so we're going again. So yeah, you're just going to see a little cut. But yeah, so basically, this is the mod manager, Unity mod manager. The link will be in the description. So let's go to specialization. We're going to click on Octavia. We'll give her the full 25 points, we think. So the original 17, 17, 14 was pretty nice, but yeah, we're going to give her like the 4 points. Change alignment. Okay, let's submit. So it's 1,000 gold to do it. We have the gold to do it. I am going to keep Rigorgo as a Magus, and I'll go over that again like later on because I did rush through it towards the end. Yep, half elf, that's fine. We'll keep her. Actually, we'll try and give her her original hairstyle again if we can. I think it was just long, wasn't it? I think it was something like that. I think it was something like that, I think. Or was it like 2? I think it's 2. Yeah, 2 looks about right. Yeah. Looks alright. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to go down to Summoner. Which is here. Master Summoner. Yeah. I think it's going to keep her same... I might keep her same things, I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, actually, we can choose a different companion, actually, which is pretty nice. See what there is. Okay, so we got Avion. I think I've read that already. Angel. Okay, hailing from the higher planes, Angel Eidolons are creatures of exquisite beauty. Usually appear in idealized humanized forms with smooth skin, shiny hair, and bright eyes. Angel Eidolons are impeccably honorable, trustworthy, and diplomatic, but they do not shy away from conflict when faced off against evil and its minions. Okay, we got the Demon Eidolon. The agents of horrible deaths. Demon Eidolons decide the utter annihilation of all things. Their forms vary wildly depending on which type of death they embody. The Demon Eidolons sometimes represent a more obscure kind of death than the most famous demons. Demon Eidolons wish to sow death and misery through a variety of means, but are capable of seeing the big picture, and as obediently follow even a neutral summoner. And in lies a typical part of an adventurer's career, so following along with a summoner gives Demon Eidolon many opportunities to gather mortal soul energy for his own dark and inscrutable purposes. We got Demon. Raw destruction gives material substance. Demon Eidolons form out of the abyss stew of soul energy, leading some scholars to speculate that summoner's arts are related to the magical tempering that gave rise to the first demons. Demon Eidolons revel in causing destruction and inflicting suffering, and they will do so for their summoners without question. Take a pleasure in whatever havoc they can create. For a demon Eidolon, this justifies the ends of means. We got the devil one. Corrupt as tempters and despoilers, devil Eidolons often serve their summoners obediently and efficiently, all in a long-term attempt to damn the summoner's soul to the deeps of hell. While sometimes the devils have truly unusual forms, devil Eidolons have found that the more traditional bipedal form allows them to build up a strong rapport with the summoners, and consequently to corrupt them more easily. They possess a more monstrous appearance. Okay, so we got lesser elemental Eidolons. So we got air. Built from one of the 4 elemental planes, these Eidolons are linked to the 4 elements: air, earth, fire, and water. Generally, an elemental Eidolon appears as a creature made entirely of one element, but there is some variation. Elemental Eidolons are decisively moderate in their views and actions. They tend to avoid the conflicts of others while they can seek and maintain balance. The only exception is when they're facing off against emissaries of their opposing elements, which they hate utterly. Yeah. So we've got fire, we've got wind, water, lesser fey. Okay, lesser inevitable Eidolon. Implacable and ceaseless in their fight against chaos and those who break neutral laws, Inevitables make loyal, if literal-minded companions for lawful summoners. Summoners are Inevitables generally get along with Axiomites, who share the understanding of the process of forging and modifying an inevitable. Inevitable Eidolons appear as a mixture between clockwork constructs, and idolized human statues. Oh, that's not too bad. I think I'll still go with the Azata though. But to be honest, I'm kind of tempted just to pick one of the elemental ones actually. I was kind of thinking maybe the water one. But I think... so I'll just pick Azata just to try and follow the build that we did last time. So it's charisma, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go... We're going to keep a little into strength. We're going to get a dex up because we're going to make a range. We're going to pump a little bit into wisdom. We're going to pump charisma right up. It'll be 16 charisma, 16 dexterity, and I think we'll just... Actually, you know what? Let's go 10, 10, 10. Let's up our charisma just a bit. To 14, 16, 16, 14. Because constitution is like checks and HP. So we get 13 AC to 11 hit points. Free to range attacks makes sense. Let's go into Arcana. Oh, Rachel bonus. Well, we can add that to... Yeah, we'll add it to Charisma, giving us plus 14, plus 18 for plus 4. That'll do. And then skill focus. Skill focus will go Arcana. That's adaptability. And for our feat, I think we'll go Arcane Strike. Spending a swift dash each round, you can imbue your weapons with a fraction of your power. For 1 round, your weapons deal 1 damage and treated as magic for the purpose of becoming damage reduction. For every 5 cast levels possessed, this bonus increases to... That's not bad. A +1. Okay, keep that in mind. Blind fight, extra evolution. Improve spell sharing. That's between the Eidolon and... When you're adjacent or sharing a square with your companion that creates his feat, you can cast a spell on yourself and divide the duration equally between yourself and companion. You use this feat only on spells with duration of at least 2 rounds. For example, you can cast Bull Strength on yourself and instead of spending less 1 per minute, that's 5 per on yourself or 5 on your companion. That's really good. Just a buff. That's really nice. Okay, that's persuasive. Spell focus, spell penetration, swarm scatter. Point blank shot. I kind of like precise shot actually if we're going to be firing into melee. Sure, we'll take that first. And then for our Eidolon, I was thinking maybe, so we can't do these because they're level 5. Approved damage. Bite Claw, Gore. No. Natural armor, I'll take. Yep, increases AC. Spells. Okay, so spells. What did I pick? I don't remember. Okay, well, Life Conduit is a good way to heal them in a case, but we'll end up getting damage or vice versa. I think I'll take stuff to buff him, I think. So I'm thinking we'll take Mage Armor, because he's not going to be wearing any equipment, I don't think. And we'll take... By laying your hand upon your Eidolon, you cure his wounds and cause it to solidify. He has 1d10 points of damage. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's make him a supportive, just for the Eidolon, I think. Character, we'll go... I'll go neutral good. Do. Right, so that's level 1. Now we'll go to level 2. Point, we'll go into... Magic Devices. Ability for the evolution. I've already picked improved natural armor. I think we'll go immunity. Nope, can't do that yet. I think we'll have to be level 5 or so. Or something, but we definitely don't have the level for it. Weapon training. Can't do weapon training. Slam. No. Energy attacks we can't do yet. Improved damage. It's deadly. Select one natural fat, increase damage step by 1. Well, I don't even know what. I don't even know if he has natural attacks. That's a good question. But we could reach the... Yeah, but we could reach the reach by 5 feet, so it's 10 feet. So it's kind of like having like a reach weapon to some degree. Okay, so we got that. Let's go for a little bit of crowd control, methinks. Magic Fang. One for any, Magic Fang gives all natural weapons or unarmed strikes +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage. The spell can inflict some attack, fist, bite, or any natural weapon. That could work. I kind of like reduced person actually. So look, decreases to get +2 dexterity and -2 penalty of strength and a +1 bonus on attack rolls and a siege reduced size. Melee reduced creature does less damage. No. I was thinking of using it as an offense sort of thing, but it's within close range, so yeah, I need something for long range really. Grease. 10 feet burst, sensitive within range. Falls. Yep, we'll take Grease. Grease is good. Alright, next. Okay, I'll summon Grease, reach. Perfect. That's summon level 3. Okay. We'll go Points Arcana. So we've got 27 hit points and +5 this time. Very nice. For TDC because we've not got any equipment on her. Alright, abilities. Boon Companion we did take. Yeah, do you know what? Let's just keep buffing up our Eidolon then. And then I think we could take Reach again for an extra 5, but I think what we'll do is we'll take... Can we do weapon training? No. Can't do weapon training. Improve damage. Could do breath weapon. Nope. You could get resistance. Yeah, let's go resistant acid. Because I'm thinking a lot of the monsters we could be facing could be giving acid damage. So that could work. Alright, for another spell we'll go Snowball. Just for a chance of knocking him on the floor, so we'll go a little bit offensively to some degree. Also we get Summon Monster 2, which is very nice. Summon Monster 1, again ability, +5 Christmas level. Ability of Eidolon summoned. Only one summoner may be appeared. May be affected by the Eidolon summoned. If the summoner Eidolon is not summoned, a number of creatures can be summoned with abilities only by use per day. Okay, cool. Right, we can take summon 4. Nice. So we got base attack at 3. We get level 2 spell slots this time. Not bad. Okay, let's keep pumping up charisma. Another point. We'll go use magic devices. Okay, here we go. So we could go slam 1 EP, 2 EP, extra attack. Yeah, I might go extra attack actually. 1 more primary hand attack. Yeah, that's really good. I don't think I need to explain what that does, do I? Nope, that's really good actually. I'll take it. And then for spells, Evolution Surge. Takes on new characters. You grant your Eidolon any evolution when total cost does not exceed 2 evolution points. You may also grant 1 evolution with a spell, even if it might take multiple times. Grants an evolution allows you to spend additional evolution points to upgrade that evolution. The spell cannot be used to grant an upgrade to an evolution that the Eidolon already possesses. The Eidolon must meet any prerequisites selected. Okay, that's not too bad. Bark Skin, Blood, Blur, Cast Grace, Creep Pit. Extra dimensional hole, deep for 10. Assist by extends another dimension. No extra weight. It's not on the dash change as any large standing area. Must make a reflex save to jump to safety. The nearest open space. In addition, edge is pit is sloped. Falling creatures pushed into spore rust. Did not get saving throws before falling. Creatures who follow pits have fallen. Damage is normal. 1d6 bludgeoning per 10 feet. To climb the pit's core stone walls, a creature needs to make successful. DC of 25? When they rise at the bottom pit, they stand on the surface over a single round. So it's 1 round plus 1 round per level. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good one just to keep some people out of the fight. I'll consider that one. Cast Grace, Glitter Dust, don't know about. See Invisibility, Warded Weapon, Summon Small Elemental. Do you know what? I like that. We're going to take Crit Pit. And I think we'll take Evolution Surge just to up our Eidolon even more. Because like I said, I want this to be based around the Eidolon. This particular kind of build. Alright, awesome. I like it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, so let's have a quick look at Rigonga now. So Rigonga, Scrappy Mage. You better not get in this guy's way. The long years he spent in slavery has given him quite a temper. A sword blow or a deadly spell might hit not only his enemies, but anyone else who wanders past. However, for those he deems allies, I'm not sure he has any friends, Rigonga is a joyful drinking companion and a fine teammate. Right, so yeah, so regarding the magus, sorry. So the magus is like the hybrid of a martial and a caster. As he says in one of the abilities that are read out, you're able to attack with your main hand and cast a spell with your second, but I'm not sure if it's down to a cantrip, a level 1 or whatever. I don't really know. I only tried this a little bit before I started this playthrough. We've got weapon enhancement as well, so we can upgrade our weapon from our arcane pool. So we could give it a +1 or a +5 at level 17, as it says here. It's very, very nice. They used to add any following weapon properties: flaming burst, frost. Yep. Very, very nice. Okay, so we've got combat casting as well. +4 in concentration checks and extra arcane pool. That's cool. So yeah, so it's pretty cool actually. So it's kind of like a mixture, you know. Melee's +4 because it's +4 here. Range +3. So yeah, so we want to keep him on the front line near enough. It's got a scimitar. That's not bad. So yeah, so in terms of the class, we have Magus proficiencies. He casts mage spells while wearing light armor, so we need to keep to light armor if we can. Detect magic, we've seen that. Cantrips we got, so it's all the basic cantrips. Lizard Familiar, that adds a +1 natural bonus to AC and perception checks, which is very nice. The Draconic Bloodline, this is from the Eldritch Scion, they call it the wild thing. So, to get bonus feat, you get Blind Fight, Cleave, Great, Power Attack, Skill Focus, Ability, Toughness, and bonus spells such as Shield, Resist Energy, Fly, and Fear. Very nice mystical bonus. As a swift action, an Eldritch Scion can spend a number of Eldritch energy to enter a state of mystical focus for rounds. This allows him to use abilities from his Blood Rage bloodline as though he was in the Blood Rage, although he does not gain, although he gains none of the other benefits or drawbacks of Blood Rage. Right, so we can't get the extra stuff, but that's pretty cool. I mean, Arcane Weapon +2, kind of went over that, you know, +3, +5. Up here we have Great Spell Combat, ability to seamlessly cast spells and make melee attacks when you choose a spell. Concentration check improves to +4. Yep, that's pretty cool. Must have one hand free, wielding a light to one-handed melee. It's 4 rounds, you can make all his attacks with melee with -2. You can cast any spell from the base spell list. Very nice. So we can cast at whatever level. That's really nice. Very, very nice. In terms of here, we got Wand Wielder, that's feet. So we can use a wand in our belt, so we don't need to worry about that. So that's kind of nice, making him a hybrid. Makes the canna, very nice. Bonus Mage's Feet, very nice. Medium armor, so we gain proficiency with medium armor, so we can still cast those spells. Very nice. Fighter training. There's fire level for the person qualified for feats, okay. We get oh, so we can go all the way up to heavy armor. Okay, I'll have to remember that. It could be a really nice thing then. Dragon form, nice. So yeah, this is the dragon line, by the way. So draconic resistance, +5 and 1 natural armor AC, very nice. Breath weapon, get breath weapon that you can use once a day. Deals 1d8 points of electricity damage per blood rage level. It's called the arid breath can attempt a reflex saving throw for half damage. DC is 10 plus half your blood rage level plus your constitution modifier. Okay, it's 60-foot line, which is very big actually. Okay, not bad. Okay, so over here we've got dragon wings. Gain a pair of lovely wings. Grant 3 dodge bonus to AC as melee attacks and immune to ground based effects. It's got terrain, very nice. Dragon form, power of worms. Immunity to paralysis, sleep, and electrical damage. This guy's really good. So yeah, I'm not going to change him. I'm going to keep him like this. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, it's actually a tall fella as well. Very tall fella. Okay, well, I mean, we've got some stuff we could probably give out, maybe. Spell combat, spell strike. Oh, here we go. Right, spell strike. Cast spells. Right, so that's what we've read. So spell strike. At second level, whether an Magus casts a spell with a range of touch from an Magus spell list, they can deliver the spell through any weapon who's wielding as part of a melee attack. Instead of the free melee attack normally allowed to deliver the spell, a Magus can make one free melee attack with his weapon at its highest base attack bonus as part of casting the spell. If successful, this melee attack deals normal damage with the effects of the spell. If the Magus makes the attack and hurt with spell combat, this melee attack takes all the penalties accrued by spell combat melee attacks. With attack uses the weapon's crit range 20, 90, 20, 20, and modified by the key weapon property or similar effects, but the spell effect only deals ×2 damage on a successful critical hit, while the weapon damage uses its own critical modifier. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Right, well, in terms of anything else, I mean, I think we got everything we want. So do you know what? I think it's time. I think I'll... Oh, wait a minute. There's one person I want to speak to. I need to go speak to Tristan to see if he'll join us, because I'm not sure if we need to talk to him in order to... Is that our dialogue? Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, so let's get Act 2 started, and then we can talk to our party members at our next resting point, or hub, whatever. Okay, yeah, we've done everything we need to do. Let's do this. Actually, I should really... Give me a second. I should really do a safety save, just in case this episode F's up. But I can do everything we can, like off-screen or whatever. I just want to do it on-screen. Alright, there we go. A fine day to you. What brings you by? Rest off awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journeys and make sure you can enjoy your trip back to rest off. Sure. There we go. Back to rest off we go. Cheers, by the way. So we go then. Act 2, I think. I think this is where we get a kingdom as well. I mean, we took on the Stag Lord, we've done Tartusio, we've done all the side quests set for the Moonradish bucket. But to be honest, I couldn't be bothered. I was debating maybe to go for it this episode, but I feel like I've left Act 2 off and off, you know. We've done all the major stuff, we got 3 party members, pretty nice, so yeah. Alright, here we go.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it.
Guess it's your experience.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baroness before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Okay, cool. Natalia Sertova, sister of the King Nolisky, one of the most influential politicians in Brevoy. Cool.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections.
Guess so. I'm gonna need some of those.
Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Okay. Kasil, a young half-orc with incredible poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. Yeah, remember, I think I think we better mention about the, yeah, I think we better mention about Tartusio. Do you already know about my encounter with Tartusio?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
True. Okay, Jumanji. Just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
Okay, what do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
Nice. Reminds me of another show, lad, doesn't it? Alright, Rostland. The fertile region of Rostland is one of the two nations conglomerated into modern-day states of Brevoy and northern eastern Episdoe. Known for its master swordsman and proud, defiant citizenry, Rostland stands on the verge of civil war with its northern neighbour Assyria, which has gained political control of the region since the disappearance of Brevoy's ruling house, Rogavia, in 4699 AR. And Issia, one of the two former nations that is now comprise Brevoy, okay? The pirate nation of Issia was known and feared along the length of the Selen River. Perched on the edge of the Lake of Mists and Veils, Issia had a unforgiving geography that forced its people to be cunning and brutal in order to survive, okay? And then Chol the Conqueror, Chol Rogavia, or as he's become known, Chol the Conqueror, invaded the area that would become modern-day Brevoy in 1499 AR, destroying all who opposed him in the aid of fire-breathing dragons. Chorrol disappeared around 4509 AR, leaving his descendants to rule Brevoy from the Dragonscale throne at the Ruby Fortress in New Setsfin for exactly 200 years from his conquest. Every member of the noble house disappeared in 4699 AR. Okay.
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
Okay. What do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
Intriguing.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Issia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
So I wonder if the disappearance of the house, House Brevoy, the rulers at the time. I wonder if it's anything to do with that guy that resurrected Tutusho. Maybe. I guess we'll find out later on in the story. Okay, what role do I play in your plans?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly. And the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going?
Oh, right.
The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Okay. Maegor Varn, one of the competitors who has successfully completed Jamandia Doi's task and received the barony as a reward. Okay, so we're going to work with Harris Devlin and Maegor Varn. So really, if you think about it, we're puppet states. We're puppet states to obviously balance things out. But the question is though, as a ruler, do we oblige by this? Because technically, once we become ruler, and we get our independence charter, and it's signed, sealed, delivered, what's stopping us from siding with the other side? This is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very interesting, and we'll have to watch ourselves one step at a time. Don't the Sword Lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Eldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
Okay, what part does Restov play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Eldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selemius.
Okay, if Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so.
Guess so.
Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Very good bit of advice though, actually. Not just story-wise, but gameplay-wise as well. Because I'd imagine... See, if I was a developer, I would be very crafty with this. Because, obviously, our kingdom is based on a crisis meter, right? Crisis mechanic. I only know this from certain Reddits, certain forums and stuff, right? So, my understanding is if our kingdom is lacking something, let's say food or money or taxes or morale's low or whatever, and imagine the developers will probably have a little panic button to press. It's like, okay, so like for example, let's say the Sertovas, let's say for example, oh, your kingdom is lacking food. Well, let's generously donate 30,000 grains of wheat, for example. But in exchange, we require a little favour later on down the line. Stuff like that. That could be interesting. Okay, what happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Okay, thank you for the explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Okay, I don't need an envoy.
Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy.
I think we'll stick with Casil, I think. You know, if it's the adopted son of our well, it's our contractor who's now our ally, who's single-handedly, like, giving us... See, I wonder if Jamandi knew that Tatusha was a spy all along. And not only was to test us, but I wonder if she already had plans in place. So, for example, like, the captain, for example, right? The captain was looking for Tatusha, right? What if, like, because we both left, I wonder if she sent Tatusha, sent the captain not too long ago. So, if we were to fail on a quest, for example, the captain could catch up with Tatusha, and it's the old... And then she could just pick somebody else. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, thank you. I'm going to speak to the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Sure. I enjoyed that. That was a good bit of dialogue. Alright, Stone Land all done. Right, okay then. Awesome. Right, so I think I'll leave it here actually. Okay, Noble here, Noble welcome. I'll deal with that this time. Yeah, because to be honest, I'm trying to go for a little bit of a shortish episode, and to be honest, that was a good bit of class reconstruction for Octavia, and that was a good little introduction to what's happening next. So yeah, we'll do all the mingling and everything next time. So my friends, thank you very much for watching. If this video has entertained you in any way, shape, or possible, I mean, there's a lot of dialogue and stuff, but hey, you know, that's what RPG is all about. You're gonna get your combat, you're gonna get your story. That's it, unfortunately. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on today's episode if you enjoyed it, and that was a very, very good sound cue with them cheering. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Links down below. Check them if you wish. And apart from that, enjoy the rest of your awesome day. Hope to see you next time. Take care.